So don't say anything. But Mazzy can't hear us because he went to go poo poo.
I've so had it with that. Oh, where's he?
Now, what was the whole thought between your headgear today?
Who are you talking to?
Are we live?
You. You're the only one on there.
I don't do unboxings. I think they're boring.
But you're doing one now?
They're not boring to people who are interested in unboxings.
I know. I definitely get that. People like them. I know.
You know, you spend so much time designing content to piss your detractors off that you're not making content for your fans.
Yeah, but when they're cutting open the box, taking out the styrofoam, taking out the packing.
Well, okay, there's a genre of video called unboxings for a reason, Mazzy.
I know.
Who was it that did an unboxing that was so that if you ever have to put it back together again, you've got...
Well, I did a presentation of the cube. I did a presentation of the cube, but I didn't lift it out of the outer box.
It's a reboxing.
I'm just fucking with you.
So, you know, I mailed a package to one of my auctions. It was the bigger one. It never got scanned. It went into the void of the postal service.
Why would you take your biggest one and not go through the line and get a receipt?
No, because I put it through the slot like I do all my box. The post office I go to has a package slot. Put them all through there. They informed me that technically doesn't get scanned there. It goes on to the other place and gets scanned. But I hope the guy gets it. But you know, whatever.
I dropped the back at the main post office, the loading dock. They have the big.
Yeah, well, I put it through a slot. They had it. It wasn't accessible by anybody but them.
Yeah. You know, the guy that bought my butcher covers in the UK, and it's arrived, and it's not a PO box, but it's at a postal, and the guy's waiting to pick it up. It's been 5 days. I don't get paid till he picks it up, and I texted Whatnot, said, "Look, it's arrived. The guy hasn't picked it up, but it's arrived. Here's the proof." So we'll see what happens, but you know.
Well. Jeez. I mean, that I've kind of felt I've had enough bad things happen that's the price of when you choose to sell vinyl. That's what happens occasionally. Yeah. So,
but it's arrived there. At least, I mean, it arrived in England and stuff. But see, they don't wait till someone opens up and approves it. You with Whatnot, unless you have like someone like Amy Esky who has, you know, she gets paid immediately. Once, literally within 2 or 4 hours after it's delivered, the money's in your account.
Well, I decided this week to start putting a lot of my high price stuff like up on eBay, and it's been selling. I've sold 5 things so far.
Cool.
So both the Sinatra MoFis they sold. And
are you doing a buy it now or an auction?
I do buy it now. I really am not into the patience of auctions. I have enough distractions in my life. Hey, Chris. Jazzbunk Press informed me of a sale going on of the Ubiquity label that puts out a lot of great reissues. I got this record. This guy used to be with the Pharaohs. Dareth
Sam the Sham of the Pharaohs?
No, Dareth Ricklaw. This is an excellent album. This is an OG from '98, but they currently have a pressing on their site. I highly recommend picking this record up. It's a double LP. Everything stuff has sold out, but things are 50% off. This is an excellent kind of spiritual, funky jazz record. Highly recommend it. Yeah. That's his real name, Chris? I don't know. But that's a great record, and it's on there. It's still available. A bunch of stuff have sold out. I can yell at you though all the time. So I'm doing another auction, but probably a week from Saturday. Auction. A lot of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. All right. I'll show some stuff. I don't know this record. I found it sealed. This is a free jazz record. I don't know if anyone knows this. Storyville is a great, I think, Dutch jazz label. Michael Smith.
He looks like a cult leader.
I know he does. So it's sealed. I will open it up. I also picked up a bunch of good stuff at Safari because they had 20% off all weekend. So I got another copy of the record that Joe Harley says you can't get anymore because the tape is cooked. Is the Duke Pearson Sweet Honeybee. It's a mono. Still in the shrink. This is like mint. So I have another copy, but someone reached out to me. I didn't even say I had another copy. Someone just said, if you ever see this record. So this is cool. So Sam Records reissued this record, Art Blakey live at the Olympia concert, and is a 2 LP. This is an original 1959 mono pressing of Fontana. Sounds excellent. And they had a nice copy at Safari, so I bought it. Because I didn't buy the Sam Records version. So it's really cool. Next, I had a Japanese copy of this. This came out in 59, I think. The Jackie McLean Quintet. This is 1960 mono pressing on Jubilee. And this sounds excellent. So really cool to have that. I've been slowly gathering all the Pat Martino records. I did not have this El Hombre. Excellent record. This is an original OJC. And if people don't know, the original OJCs, the covers are tip-on jacket. Really nice hard cardboard tip-on jacket. And again, I have not come across an OJC like the 80s ones, even the reissues, that don't sound excellent.
You're a tiny little bitch.
What?
Sorry.
Mazzy.
It just
Nice,
popped
Maz.
up. I didn't. It wasn't me. It's
hold on.
It's like
Mazzy,
Mazzy getting caught with a gay
Hold on.
cruise on his
I'm
no, it
finally
said
gonna-
Stephen Miller. You're a.
I'm
You're
finally
a
going to
little bitch.
reveal that Mazzy,
You know what Stephen Miller is, right?
Mazzy's genre of YouTube is not music related. It's those videos where they insult you. Like it's a sexual
No,
thing.
a short just popped up from the Bulwark.
Sure, it did.
Yeah.
Of course it did.
Go back to pleasuring yourself. This is very good. Okay. And I showed this on Rachel's, but I found this.
Stephen Miller, you're a dirty little bitch.
I found this Elvis. Obviously, this is not an OG. The OG has his fully standing. This is 1959. It was mono. I think the only stereos are reprocessed. This thing sounds fucking excellent. It sounds so good. And him singing Blue Moon. I'm not a big Elvis guy, but his version of Blue Moon on here.
Well, that's the great stuff.
It's haunting. It's so good. And this sounds excellent. But someone wants this from me. So I'll probably get it to them.
I saw one. They have one at Tomorrow Records in Portland.
I mean, it goes. I found this pretty cheap. I repaired their at the top and bottom seam splitty, but I repaired it, and the record's in really good condition.
Yeah,
and even VGs of that record.
I'm not sure how much they were selling it for. 100.
Typically, I've been looking. It can go anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on condition.
I think it was like $100 there or something.
Okay. This was at Safari for a while, and since it was 20% off, I finally got it. This Jimmy Smith record, Bluesmith, fucking excellent. I would call this like a late night jazz record to put on late at night. It kills, and it's Leroy Vinegar, Teddy Edwards on sax. So good. This is good. If you see it, it's cheap heat. A lot of Jimmy Smith is cheap, but this one's worth getting. A lot of his verve, I don't like the verve with the orchestra stuff. This is not that. It's so good. Found another copy of this, Harold Land, Damacy, of White Promo. This is a good record. And then, Mazzy, this is the other Carl Perkins. The jazz pianist Carl Perkins. I think he died young. This is introducing Carl Perkins on Duto, which legally they had to change the name of the company. They were going to get sued. Duotone was going to sue him. This is not an original. I think originally 59 maybe. So this is a deep groove mono, 1960. Sounds really good. So that was cool. All right, that's what I found this weekend.
Okay.
All right, who? What I'm looking here, Rob. I'm trying to contact you in regards to the orchestra and your pals at Omnivore. I asked for your contact. Those are two separate things. I don't know what the you can always contact me here. Here's how you contact me.
Go
This
to
is
his
from
Instagram.
This is from the auction. My email is thewaxedvc@gmail. Okay, that's from the auction. But you can take that email and email me or Instagram. Yeah, it's not hard to get in touch with me. So, but I don't know the connection.
Is Harry waiting below you? Is Harry waiting?
Or we need a sad sack to even things out.
Wow.
I can take a hint.
Because you're a
But
little tardy.
I don't know the connection.
No, I've been back there 5 minutes since. Well, if I first posted at 7:05.
Oh,
Were you
so-
back there since a little bitch Stephen Miller is a
Yes.
little bitch?
Wow.
So I picked up this Portland. I survived Portland. You know, a few fuckers posted in my video that, oh, Mazzy just shows the nice parts of cities. Well, of course. Every city has like a tenderloin or a fucked up part, but there's no major riots. There's one block of protests. It's so ridiculous what's going on. Anyway, great time in Portland. Only there for the day. But I picked at Millennium. I picked this even though we didn't go to Mississippi this time, Mississippi Records. But the reissue, they repressed these, I don't know, 15 years ago, but they just repressed them again. Michael Hurley. His originals go for a lot of money. These are, I guess, the Smithsonian original, and they have them reproduced with the little insert booklet that comes with those Smithsonian records. But Michael Hurley stuff's pretty rare, or goes for some money. He did stuff on the Youngbloods label too, Raccoon Records, but kind of folky, dirgy stuff. I picked up that. I picked up the new Third Mind.
Hey, Harry, are you sure you don't want to go back in the thing while Mazzy shows these records?
Okay, Third Mind. Okay, anyway. I haven't listened to this yet, but Brandon from the Jazz Bums lives in Portland. First time I met him in person, met with us. And he goes, I got to get this Strata East. So you can talk about it, Rob. I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, that's Charles Rouse. It's kind of a funky record. It's really
like
good.
60,
In fact,
1974.
Before they reissued it, there was a pure pleasure version, but a very desirable record, like hugely desirable. Like an OG of that was going for over $200. So that's good. It's worth that's one of his favorite albums. He's very adamant about his favorite albums.
So I picked that up at Millennium too. We only went to 2 stores because Kimbo had to pick up a record that.
Okay. You didn't go to the douchebag store.
No, we only went to Tomorrow Records and Millennium. Then we had lunch.
Where's tomorrow?
It's the day after today.
It's in Portland?
Yeah.
I thought it was way south.
It's in Portland. It's a great store. Great store.
I'll tell you this. I didn't watch it, but that Too Many Records douche, he fucking makes like a anti-record store day. Like there's nothing on there.
Well, that's a clickbait. That would be a clickbait thumbnail.
Everybody here knows how I feel about that guy. But that video just doubles
Maybe he
down.
likes it. Maybe that was a thumbnail.
No,
We don't know.
it doubles down how much of a fucking idiot that
I haven't
dude.
watched the video.
And you know what? The people that run and go tell him, please. I love the fact that I would love the fact that that guy thinks I'm bad because I criticize him.
Morning, Eddie.
Okay. Yeah, record shopping in a war zone.
Yeah. You did pretty well.
It's so weird. Yeah. But Kimbo picked something up that Tomorrow Records had that Mark Final Crush told him to hold for him, and he picked it up. Kind of some rare psych record that we the beginning of that video we listened to a little bit on YouTube. So that's that band, some 69 Reno psychedelic band.
Now that would be a good topic for a video, and I'll bring it up after I show this record. I forgot to show this. I found a copy of this record, and I picked it up thinking someone would want this because when Vinyl Me Please was good, they were good. So they put out this Alan Shorter, who was Wayne Shorter's older brother, trumpet player, mostly played free jazz. So this was put out on Verve originally, and they did this reissue, which is quite good. And I have it. So I found it thinking these are not going to be readily available anymore. So if anyone's looking for this, reach out to me. Thank you.
I
love his version of Hello Mother, Hello Father.
Winston O'Boogie. Yeah, I really liked. I was surprised. I really liked the Deep Purple Steven Wilson. I know that guy. I forgot the channel's name. Loki, if you're here, he told me to watch this guy. The white-haired guy in the UK that reviews records. I forgot. He hated the new Steven Wilson Deep Purple, and I don't have an original anymore, or American or the UK. But I thought it was an excellent remix. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't compare it to any other version. And I'm not, I did get that album when it came out in 74, I guess, 73, 74. So I'm not an expert on the various pressings of that record, but I thought it was great. You said so too, but he didn't like it. So if anyone else has heard the new Deep Purple Steven Wilson mix, curious. Some people like his remixes, some don't. Like, I know Harry and I.
He's touring the U.S. right now, I think.
Well, I don't love his solo stuff personally. They're okay, but Harry and I both like that Chicago too. It improved. That is a great Steven Wilson.
Aqualung's real good too.
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah. So,
I picked up a weird one.
Oh, hey,
What's
baby
her name?
Microstep, I didn't get it, so make sure you typed in the email the right way.
I don't think any remixes should replace the original. Very infrequently.
No, I mean, if a better version of the record comes out and everyone agrees it's better,
Right.
especially you.
But very rarely does, to me, a remix totally improve it. I thought the Daniel Lanois album that came out a couple years ago, remixed, did improve it. That was one of those rare examples that it actually is better. But same with Mind Games. Mind Games, it was a muddy original mix, and the remix, I think, is a much better mix. But it's subjective, and it depends on your gear, Harry's probably new speakers sound different with records now than it did 2 weeks ago with his other.
I don't know if it's the records I'm listening to or the speakers, but
it is a difference.
A whole new collection.
Even with my spenders, certain records sound different, So, and that's just in the same room. Everything's the same.
Hey, I got the
Not Oh Mercy.
I got the Harbest from Jim, and my records sound different. I keep hearing this voice: "Murder them, murder." It's coming through the speaker.
Not Oh Mercy. What's the one he did in 2000 or 99 or 2001? That one, not Oh Mercy. I'm blanking. No. The Dylan album. Someone tell me. Come on.
So can I show some records? I got a VCLT yesterday in the mail.
If you put some ointment on it, it should go away.
Unguent.
Okay.
Put an unguent.
So I'm not going to say their name, but their initials are Angelo Kelly.
Oh, that's a great record.
A nice box of records. This thing.
Wow.
Speaking of the new speakers, this thing the sound quality is absolutely amazing. Dead quiet vinyl.
And Chad's putting that out.
This is really, really good.
Yeah, that's being reissued.
Yeah.
That's an
original.
Yeah, well,
this
original?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's a reissue or original?
This is a reissue.
It wasn't a gatefold to begin with, I don't
think.
Yeah,
because it's a 2 album. Was the original a double album? I don't think so. Was it?
Is that a double album?
Yes.
No, it's not originally a double album.
Yeah. So this is on Prestige. This was Kevin Gray at RTI.
Oh, Kraft. That's Kraft then.
But it is a digital source, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah,
it really does.
Kraft's putting it out with Chad, I think.
So I got that, and then he sent me a really cool bootleg of Bruce from '84. This is the double
Nice.
album.
Very nice.
Some really cool Beatles stuff. This is a promo album from Brazil, and it's on EMI, but it is definitely a promo. 20 years ago today.
Very cool.
Thank you very much, Angelo. You blew my mind when I opened this up. This is from Brazil, and this is on Odeon. Another one from Brazil.
Wow.
I mean, it just every time I pull the next record out, I go, wow, you overdid it, Angela, but I appreciate it. Thank you. And then this is from Mexico.
I have that, I think.
And then the Piece de Resistance. This is Johnny Cash with a whole bunch of people on it. I mean, you've got Paul McCartney on here. You got Glenn Campbell. And I'm just going to go through them real quick. Let's see. Jesse Coulter, Don Everly, Phil Everly, Tom T. Hall, Emmylou Harris, Waylon Jennings. Like I said, Paul and Linda McCartney.
Are they covering his songs?
They play on the songs with him. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker.
Yeah.
Signed by Johnny Cash.
Wow.
Wow.
I've never. What song does Paul do? I don't
Shit.
think
Are you sure he's dead?
Hey,
Paul does New
Ken.
Moon over Jamaica.
Angelo, can you send me a Miles Davis record and you write in his autograph?
And he says here, I traded for this at a small record fair in Dublin. The seller got it from a guy that worked in the record company that was working with Johnny Cash in Ireland and had this record signed. So thank you very much. I mean, no, I didn't. I've never had a Johnny Cash signature, and this is really cool.
That's funny that he signed
Thank
his
you,
name
Angelo.
Judy Cash.
Very nice.
What did you do to be so well liked by Angelo?
And I'm sure that my box is in the post, right, Mr.
I mean,
Kelly?
everybody has a stalker, right?
Hey, I'm very upset that Angelo didn't send you a lock of his hair.
Oh,
I haven't. My stalker sent me a postcard bitching that he didn't learn anything from this current issue about George Clinton.
Now,
I didn't learn anything new.
Hold on, you do get fan mail. It just has like powder inside of it.
It's
yeah, but most of it says "Return to Sender" on the front.
My serious stalker, I believe, is gone. He must have passed away or something. I used to get you fucking fuck. Oh, they were so mad.
Yeah, one time Jim gave me like a packet, like a manifesto. Incoherent ramblings. I think it was.
When I worked for the LA Weekly, anytime they got some incoherent ramblings in the mail, they would just give them to me. I collected them.
Now, are those incoherent? Are those original pressings, or is that a reissue?
These were
it's Kevin
originals,
Gray.
baby.
Kevin Gray has his company Incoherent.
Well,
Funny.
yes.
And that's it.
Hey, tell everyone that Amazon's doing this Prime Day nonsense, and they have a small selection of buy two get one free. There's not a lot of great stuff in it, but you can go look. But Target has buy two get one free on vinyl. I am looking for two individuals who would like to go in with me on the Miles Davis at the Plug Nickel box. Because if you buy
I'll do that with you.
free.
I'll do that with you.
Come on, Mazzy.
No, I'm serious.
Are you seriously interested in that, Harry?
Yeah, because that's a big discount, right?
Well, actually, they're selling it cheap right now for like $193.
Mm-hmm.
I figured the math out. Plus, I would have to ship it, but it still would come out under $150, I think, with tax. A box.
Yeah.
Maybe
Is
just
it all- is
make
it-
sure,
is it
maybe
digital?
just do it with LA people so you don't have to ship it.
Well, if Harry comes and visit it, but
Harry doesn't like jazz.
I'm looking for Harry. If
You're right,
Harry
man.
wants it, I'm looking for anyone else
A
who's
third.
interested in the box. I'll get 3 of
All
them.
right,
I'll
I'll be
do
right
this,
back.
Rob. I'll do this. See if you can get 2 people locally. If you can't, let me know.
You hate
Okay.
jazz.
I'll buy
He-
those at a good price.
He'll flip
I like
it. If he-
Miles.
That's kind of like the old Jewish joke, you
Look at
know.
this.
The Jewish dilemma is bacon half off, you know.
All right, I'll order 3 of them. I don't appreciate you calling me rib. It's not very nice.
Who on the panel is the
Me.
best contact?
Me or Mazzy, but
Yeah.
Mike, I think, likes me more because I'm not.
Do you know how to text me? Do you have my phone number?
Just
Well,
go
Angela-
direct to Mike.
Angela, reach out to me. I'll set it all up. Mazzy's too busy dealing with himself.
I don't know about LeBron's announcement today. I'm not a sports guy. Word on the street is
What he's
Brian-
going back home?
Is that a joke? That
Yeah,
must be a joke I don't get.
Okay,
Hey.
Mazzy. Let me help you with this. Even if you don't follow sports,
I know who LeBron is.
is it 15 or 20 years ago, he decided to leave Cleveland, which drafted him, and that's where he's from, and go to Miami. But he decided, and his people, to do this whole crazy ESPN special that it was no
Yeah.
mystery, and it was called The Announcement. That is a pop.
Oh.
What would you call it? Pop culture reference, not a
Got it.
sports.
Well,
I didn't know
it's like
I missed that.
what's his name with the Vault?
Yeah,
who
like
was it?
Geraldo Rivera.
Geraldo, yeah.
Now on Sunday afternoon, I hung out with Alex from Beer and Vinyl. Apparently, there are a lot of Beer and Vinyl people, like, because I had tagged him on Instagram, Beer and Vinyl, and it's not that Beer and Vinyl, but Alex was in town for a work thing, and I picked him up at his hotel. We went to Easy Street. We hung out for maybe 3-4 hours, and but we did make a little video that we sent to Chance at one of the Mexican bars, kind of taquerias we went to, and we sent Chance about ours because there were the baseball game. No, with the Seahawks.
Seahawks and Mariners.
Yeah, it's one of they're both playing at the same time, and they were like, I think both losing. Did the Seahawks lose too? I think they lost in the last like 8
Yeah, that
seconds.
was
All
that
I
sucked.
know is the Commanders are getting.
And the
themselves back.
bar went like, we're all pissy, and so yeah. I feel good. I'm not invested. In fact, when I first moved here, like just before I moved here, that's when the Seahawks won.
Listen, Dan B.
Hey, let me now. Here's what's weird. Baby microphone. Can I say? Do you not want me to say who you really are? Because I'm very offended. Because we've communicated before, and you're one of the smarter people that I've come across. What's the reason that you changed
That's not
your
hard to do.
baby microphone? Seriously, what's the reason you changed your name, your YouTube name?
Scotty, Alex is a good
Reveal
guy.
who you are.
Alex is a good guy. In terms of the Mariners, I'm not invested. I hope they win, but if they don't, I'm not care. But, and no offense, close your ears, Jim, because as a Giants fan, I don't care who wins as long as the Dodgers get fucked.
Okay,
That's the true Giants
hold
fan.
on. Hey, Giants fan, what happened about a week ago with the Giants?
They
fan?
fired their
again,
manager.
Angela.
Okay, they did.
Yeah, and that's Parker Posey, right? Who's the
Dodgers are freaking coming together at the right time, people.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, yeah. So watch us
Giants fans want the Giants
piss all
to win.
over the Giants.
Yeah, but
The only reason that we shit all over the Giants,
don't the Dodgers have the highest payroll in baseball?
No,
Possibly, probably.
it's either
They have
them
the
or
most
it's either
successful-
them. It's either them or the Yankees.
It's the Dodgers
Maybe-
with Ohtani.
The
you know,
Dodgers.
okay, here's who I'm rooting for. Although I'm a
Chavez
Nationals.
Ravine.
Shush. I'm a Nationals
Barry
fan.
Bonds.
Hey, can everyone just shut the fuck up while words come out of my mouth while I'm talking? Thank you.
No.
The team I'm rooting for is Toronto. I hope
They're
Toronto.
not even American.
Well, the players on the field are,
I'm teasing. Yeah.
but
They're-
some of
They're
them
really
are.
good.
But they're.
Can you imagine if
we're
Toronto
slapping me.
wins the World Series and Bad Bunny sings at the Super Bowl?
I'm rooting
We
for
haven't
Toronto.
talked. We haven't talked about Mark Sanchez yet.
Did he get?
Toronto?
Did he get?
I'm a big. I root for the. By the way, hold on one second. All right, I'm saying who this is, but you're not telling me why you changed your name. Seriously, do you want me to say who you are? I'm curious why you changed your name. Why don't you? Here's another guy. Why don't you change your name? Okay.
Kimbo and I went to Bellevue to see some guy who's desperately trying to sell a collection yesterday.
And
Oh, I
was it
sold my clip speakers. I sold them to a guy right here in Puyallup.
Nice.
Congratulations. What was the collection like, Maz?
Well, it's about 600 to 700 pieces. It's a lot of new reissue stuff, but at pristine shape. There's a few rarities. But the guy's really desperate, and he wants like four
Crazy
times
money.
what
Crazy money.
it's worth. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a story to tell you guys, and I would like your thoughts. My brother-in-law, who's a really good guy, his best friend, his brother passed away unexpectedly in the young 60s, and was like me. This probably foreshadows my future. Single guy, all he did was DJ. 10,000 record collection. 10,000. So he doesn't know really anything about records and stuff. The father, I feel bad for the dad. The dad's 88 years old, and his son passes away, and he's kind of left to dealing with it. So he brings in a record store guy who, the way my brother-in-law's friends said, he was frothing at the mouth. He went and pulled 7 records and was holding on to them through the conversation. I said, don't. I said, and then I said it's 10,000 records, and this guy showed up like that. Do not sell that collection to the record store. They'll give you like 20 or 30 cents on the dollar. And I said, is there? He said, my daughter, who's 30 years old, is kind of interested in getting into records. I said, let her sell it. She's about to get married. Those 10,000 records could go a long way in putting her.
It's a lot of work, as you know.
No, she works at home, and automatically he sent me a link to a Discogs account she started. So I said, I'll help you as much as I can, but please do not sell that collection to that record store. Don't do it.
What city?
Philadelphia.
Okay, I'm just curious. I'm not,
Philadelphia, I think, is the place.
Okay.
So, but I mean, my question really is, how many of you get a call from a friend or a relative? Oh, I have a friend, blah, blah, blah. How many people out there?
It happens.
I've had it happen a couple of times.
Well, this guy that reached out, that Kimbo reached out because he watches my YouTube stuff, and it was a little sad, our experience. But we walked in, and he looks at Kimbo, and goes, "Oh, I recognize you," because Kimbo's been on my streams, a few of them. Yeah, I mean, it's some nice stuff, but it's not. It's stuff that if I had that collection at a good price, I could make money through whatnot, but not for what he wants on it,
Mm-hmm.
It's good catalog.
Well, what was he asking? Then how many pieces?
You want me to? Okay, he has some 600 to 700 pieces, and Kimbo says, "So what do you really want?" And he says, 20,000.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
I've seen that before. I used to get.
And we had to
I used to get
explain to him.
calls.
We had to explain to him, whoever bought, if someone is buying it for themselves, that's one thing, but still that's high. But they have to parse everything. They have to sell. We know the drill. I mean, it just.
I got a guy threw me out of his house. He was so pissed at me.
Well, that was between you and me, Jim.
But it's
Rob
sad.
seems to think that if
That
Rob
comes out
seems
to like
think that
$29 a
it's
record.
normal to have 10,000 records laying around your house.
I don't think that.
for
No,
7 or 8 years.
I
while
don't
you
think
try
that's
to sell them
normal.
off.
I don't think that's
Well,
normal.
it's not freakish to him.
No,
Otherwise,
it's
he wouldn't
not.
be recommending it to his niece.
Hold on, it's not my niece.
Well, whoever it is,
Man,
the
it's
thought
funny
of
how words come out of my mouth somehow in the atmosphere.
okay,
they're
well,
being
whoever
flipped
the
around
person
to
is,
something else.
the thought of someone who doesn't know anything about records, warehousing 10,000 records, it'll take him 5 years to just.
Hey, how
get
do you
through
know
any
we
of them.
didn't? How do you know we didn't talk about that, Jim? How
I'm
do you
just
know?
saying.
We did. We exactly talked about that. Here's what I said to him. I said, usually, in my experience, people think they have something and they try and get money for the records when they are in a house that they can sell for a shitload, way more money than those records are worth. That was part of our conversation.
Where do you go?
Well, that's true, obviously, but back to the records, it's a pain in the ass.
But Jim, it's a pain in the ass to you. I had the conversation with them, and the daughter does not mind. His daughter does not mind.
Hey,
That was
Kimbo.
part of our conversation.
Hey,
It's
Kimbo.
not like it was all rosy, happy conversation. I gave the pitfalls. I said to her, this is my way of thinking, and you've been with me when I said this. When you see a collection, typically, and here you chime in, 20 or 30% of those is where the money is. Most of those records are not worth anything. That's what I said to him.
You know,
So I don't know where you're concocting a story that is not anywhere near the truth. If anybody, I'm pragmatic. I'm more negative about things than I am positive. So I don't know where
think that I always tell people, if people come to me, I give them a handful of record stores that I know won't rip them off to go to, unless
But
unless they
but
want
I
to go
said
into
to him,
business.
I gave him the positives and negative, and through the conversation, he said, "My daughter's up for that." And I said, well, I'm sure your dad wants to sell this house. He goes, I have plenty of room to store all those records in my house. So we had all this conversation. It wasn't like rosiness.
Vinyl Piper, look at the first 30 seconds or 45 seconds of my Portland video that I put up yesterday morning, I guess, whenever it was 2 days ago. And you see on my iPhone, we're playing a YouTube video. That is the music of the record that Kimbo got. So that he can share more. Kimbo, do you want to come up and talk about this collection? You make a rare appearance on the YouTube on the morning show.
Please brush your teeth before you come up.
If you
do, have any Canadians? I found a
Canadian.
I got a Canadian. If I could only remember my name, it's just like it's the turquoise, just like the Led Zeppelin, right? That's not on the American.
So you should go on and do a thing with Jason. Talk about turquoise.
Right. I found a record. You tell me if this is a good version. I found a record.
Sounds good too.
Fantasy had a lot of red vinyl in the 60s, not just Cal Jader, but yeah.
Here. I don't know if this is the way it came out in the US. Oh, I don't want Harry up there. Hi, Harry. I found this US pressing, which is Porky in the Dead Wax and George Peros in the Dead Wax.
The same thing.
No. Porky's Prime Cut. That guy is not the same guy.
I thought Peros was Prime Cut.
No, two different guys. George Peckham. George Peros. So I'm guessing someone correct me if you know, because I'm just asking. The Peckham Porky is the UK. I guess they got the plating in the US and George Peros plated it. And Porky mastered it. But this sounds very good. So I found this one, US. I don't know how many. I had a Yes album where Porky did a US.
Huh. Now what? I have some other things here. Oh, I know what I picked up.
I got my amp
Oh
fixed.
wait. Is it mixed mastering, or did one master it and the other just plated it or cut the lacquer?
I picked this up in Portland. This is the later reissue, but it's a UK. It's not the original. But this is excellent. This Julian Cope. It's his second album. I forgot. Second or third. I forgot. Of course, I love Julian Cope, and this is one I didn't have. This is a 84 repress. So anyway, and I showed this, and I know I've shown it again, but I just can't believe how good this sounds, considering it's over 50 minutes on one. This is a reissue of the Meat Puppets, Too High to Die. So if you like this album, and originals are kind of pricey, this is a good alternative. Just came out in the last 2 weeks. Excellent if you like this band. Probably their most commercial album in a way, but it's good. 1994 or 5.
So my Monkey's Rhino High Fidelity will be delivered today.
Are you
Okay.
planning a little
That was
party?
fast.
with
I
finger
mean, I
sandwich?
ordered it on Thursday or Friday? No, Thursday. It's already here today.
So we might as well talk about, they posted on the Rhino, and I know I don't know if this is the one I think it is, because I know something that's coming out, but I don't think this is it because of what they teased. Do I have it here? Let's see. Obviously, Rob sent me the picture, but it's posted in the Rhino Hi-Fi Facebook thread. This.
Yes.
It looks like a box set. Now, I know something that's supposedly coming, but apparently when this was posted by Rhino, they played a T-Rex song. So I don't know anything about that, if that's the case. The thing that I know supposedly is not anything to do with T-Rex, which may not be real. I don't know. But there's some box coming out literally, or being announced this Friday.
I'm gonna guess it's the collection of Tiny Tim records.
Well, it
I
got to
don't
be,
have it yet, Herc.
if they
It'll
played
be
a
here today.
T-Rex, unless that's to throw it off,
I do have an
I mean,
OG.
it could be, expanded T-Rex, Electric
More
Warrior.
really.
Were the other stuff on Warner's or Reprise? I don't remember of the T-Rex stuff, because not all of that stuff was on Reprise. The early
He did
stuff.
quite a few early ones on Warner, I think.
Did they do the Rider Whites? I have an import of Rider White Swan, so I don't know. Thursday is okay.
Hey, Bobby.
Thursday night, I'll be in LA at this listening party. It's an Atmos surround of the Power of the People, and Jim Keltner and the other guy. What's his name? I keep forgetting his name. The little publicist for John and Yoko, who wrote that book a year ago or so, will be there, and Jim will be there.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it's a listening party in Hollywood, for the record. I mean,
They
I've
won't
heard,
let Rob in.
but I don't have any Atmos.
They know better.
I don't have an Atmos.
Hey, Bobby, look at this. Johnny Cash signed album.
That looks like Judy Cash to me.
Hey,
Looks
Bobby.
like Judy Collins. Looks like Judy Collins signed it. Elliot Mintz.
I wouldn't mind June Carter's.
Elliot Mintz.
I think Elliot Mintz and Yoko have had an affair for decades.
Well, Elliot Mintz, I don't want to say anything. He seems like he's a little bit of a fancy lad, kind of.
Sort of, yeah.
So
But
I like
he's
his
had to
hair.
have been seeing somebody.
I think he's just a good confidant. He was there when Yoko and Sean needed, after John died, and he was around before, so it wasn't someone leeching on like after the fact.
But
Right.
he kind of was. He did a radio show. He made
Yeah,
his money
but
off of it.
apparently
Can you ban Dan B? Can we ban him?
over 30 or 40 years, he must have proven his friendship. And
Yeah, true.
I think I'm taller than Elliot Mintz, by the way. Just
Well,
saying.
that was the deal with John. When he said they're bigger than Jesus, what he meant was they were taller.
Wait.
And it was taken
She
way
had
out of
an
peg.
affair with him?
Yeah, it could
I
be.
mean, see what I mean, yeah, Elliot Mintz.
Yeah, I don't think she had an affair with him.
He has a good speaking voice, though.
You and Elliot Mintz look like you guys would be good friends. Well, I'm going to meet him. I'm going to meet Elliot Mintz. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to. They asked me if I'm bringing just an iPhone or a camera to shoot footage, and they asked me if I was going to shoot the whole event. I said no, I don't. Not going to shoot the whole thing. I said I'd like to do some. I'd like to do some one-on-ones, like just 2 or 3 minute little conversations with each one.
Hey, Yoko, I'm going to make you scream like you did on one of those albums.
Oh, come on.
Now you're definitely not going, Rob.
Oh, God.
That guy had an affair with Yoko?
Well, there's rumors that, if you want to get into that, what's the guitar player that was it, Hugh McCracken, or one of the guitar players that played on those early Yoko albums, and John, supposedly they hooked up for a while. I don't know if that's true or not.
Do you remember the movie or the Ballad of John and Yoko? That sort of.
It's a docudrama.
Weird. Yeah, that docudrama.
I saw it, but I don't remember the details of it.
So there was a scene in that docudrama where it was the night that Nixon got reelected in 1972, and everyone, John and Yoko and everybody, had congregated at Abby Hoffman and Jerry Rubin's apartment in New York. And they were all there watching the returns, and everyone's depressed. And in the docudrama, there's a scene where Lennon sort of takes his hand and he goes around like anonymously, and whatever girl he lands on has to go into the bedroom with him. That's in this docudrama, that scene.
I don't remember that, yeah.
And I have a friend who was at that apartment that night, and she said Yoko did the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yoko took a boy into the bedroom with her.
There's things like that don't really surprise you. Not with them, with just anyone in music or entertainment around that in the 70s.
Me, I remember. I remember
a lot of that goes on in the vinyl community
I was so
too.
fucking scared.
Yeah.
I was all
Very
alone.
subdued.
I'm not going to
When
name
I
names.
walked into a store with Jim, he goes like this.
My next wife, right? My next wife.
I was terrified.
I haven't hooked up with many vinyl community people.
David Spinoza, huh?
Yes, David Spinoza. That's who I was thinking of. Thank you. I don't know if that's true, but I've heard it various sources over the years. Because what's actually a really good record? About 5 years ago, there was a Japanese-only release of Yoko Ono, quote, Plastic Ono Band tour in Japan. And it came out, it's excellent sounding. It's with Spinoza and that band with Yoko. It's when it was recorded the time when John was in LA with May Pang. And Yoko toured with this band. And it's a fucking great live record. Seriously.
I tried to sell Live Peace in Toronto at an auction, and I was describing it. I said, side 1 plays great. Side 2 it's like it just sounds terrible.
Of what?
Live Peace in Toronto. And then I realized side 2 is just Yoko singing. So there was really nothing wrong with the record.
Yeah. The bashing of Yoko Ono never ends, The bashing of Yoko will go on.
And
forever.
the bashing of Elliot Cruz.
As Frank Zappa said, a small eternity with Yoko Ono.
Talk about someone screaming, singing.
Once the electric guitar was invented, Elliot Cruz retired.
Elliot.
Hey, if anyone hasn't watched, but Bob Bradley put out a video the other day where he's kind of praising that Tony Rice record that Mazzy and I both hyped.
And Elliot did too. Okay, Elliot did too.
Tony Rice.
I had a review up before y'all guys did.
But
Yeah,
Bob
nobody
Bradley, okay, Elliot. But in my mind, Bob Bradley was singing Tony Rice's praises.
No, Elliot was too a long time. I talked about him when they did their auction.
That's who
Elliot is. I tell you, I'm going to go back how many years? It's been 4 or 5 years. I remember the first time I saw a video of Elliot's, and I just loved it because nobody was doing this fucking string music and roots music and Grass and Crossover, and I did a response to Elliot. That was my introduction because I love that music. And whenever I said this too, whenever I show those kind of records, I get so few views, but you don't do it for that, right, Elliot? I mean,
that's right.
But it's great music. So I tell you, I applaud. I love Elliot's taste in music. I mean, I know you guys kid about it, but it's great fucking music.
I'm not, there's
you
nothing
guys are fucked up.
Wait. You're an idiot. No one has knocked Elliot's taste in music. We've knocked Elliot.
And bluegrass.
We bashed Elliot, but not.
How does that make you feel, Nazzy?
Let me just say, it's not about who got there first and everything, but the Tony Rice Backwaters album, I did do a review of it that some people have watched. Maybe 100 people have viewed that review I did about 3 weeks ago. And yeah, Bob Bradley knows, he's a great member of the VC and does great stuff. But earlier when y'all were talking about Tony Rice a few shows ago, you were talking about what had been reissued or what hadn't. So can I share with you what has been reissued at this point, Rob?
Yeah.
No.
As long as you don't, as long as you don't hate Tony Rice.
As long as I don't do what with Tony Rice?
Never mind. Go and show the records, please.
Okay. County Records bought Rebel Records many years ago, decades ago. And County Records, the founder of County Records, has passed away, but his son has the tapes. They sold the record company, but the son owns the tapes. He is reissued this first album, and this is a new cover for it, guitar. And this was in 2022. And I really like this photograph taken at a show. If you can see right here, there's this little boy at the foot of the stage.
Is that you?
That's you?
No. Looking up at Tony, I just always wonder, where he is today. Was he a guitarist?
Bob Bradley.
Billy Strings.
That could be Bob Bradley. And then in 2022.
Hold on. Elliot, go back to that record. Is that a live record or a studio record?
No, it's a studio record. It was first issued in Japan. And then Rebel bought the rights for it in the US. Rebel reissued it, and then it didn't get reissued for a while. So these went for a lot of money, but of course now you can get this. They only asked $20 for this record.
Now, is that instrumental?
Yeah, but that's Confederate money.
There's vocals, and Tony does vocals on it. He and his brother Larry Rice is on the mandolin. J.D. Crow's playing the banjo on this, and Bobby Sloan is on the bass on this. Tony, great, obviously one of the premier guitarists of the 20th century and into the 21st. He was also a singer, and like a lot of musicians, even though he was world renowned for his guitar playing, he really took his singing very seriously. And unfortunately, in the last 10 or 15 years of his life, he started having a lot of issues with his throat, and he was not able to sing anymore. And he had a great voice, but he just didn't even want really to perform anymore after he lost his voice for singing. But so in 2022, that guitar album, which was his first solo album, and then California Autumn came out as well. Again, you can pick these up new at a store for
label. That's on the first label.
It's on Rebel Records.
Where was Rebel out of? What was Rebel out of?
Maryland.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they have a Confederate flag on their label?
The Metro DC area. Sometimes they were working out of Maryland, and sometimes they were in Northern Virginia. The offices changed around.
But where is he originally from, Tony Rice?
He was born in Roanoke, Virginia.
Okay.
But he grew up in your neck of the woods, Rob, Los Angeles. Angeles.
He grew up in
His
LA.
father relocated the family to Los Angeles to work in the he was a welder, I believe, to work in the shipbuilding area somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I believe it was shipbuilding. And so all the boys grew up there. And he lived in Reidsville, North Carolina, when his last years when he passed away. But now then we get to Kraft, and you guys have been talking about Backwaters. Well, Kraft has also released, as I think Mazzy mentioned, Church Street Blues.
Yeah,
that was reissued in 2024.
Right.
And this is a vocal album. You know, he does a lot of singing. It's more like a folk album. And first vinyl reissue, also in 2024, is Native American. And that's an excellent album. These were on Rounder. So, I don't think Kraft did this one.
No, Kraft didn't do that.
They
just got a bunch of roots music.
This is Real Gone.
They're going to do a lot more roots.
Real Gone music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This was reissued by Real Gone music.
Real Gone does good reissues.
They did the Black
They
Jazz.
did.
Now, actually, Elliot, here's something that Bob Bradley said, and I don't know if you said it, but he was getting all original Tony Rice albums.
It's fine, Rob.
Okay. He was getting all original Tony Rice albums, and he said this Kraft reissues sound way better than the originals. Is that your experience?
They sound excellent. The Kraft reissues sound excellent. I've got the originals and I've got those. Now, remember, Backwaters was done digitally. It was recorded analog. Yeah. It was recorded analog, but it was a mastered
digitally. Yeah.
The new 2025 pressing is all analog. So they had the analog, did it all analog. So there's a difference there that you might be able to pull out. I'm not sure about the Church Street Blues, whether it was done digitally, mastered digitally originally or not. But now here's all the family right here. This is a nice album. The Rice Brothers.
That's a lot of mustache.
And, now the Rice Brothers are Larry, Tony, Wyatt, and
Curly.
Larry's does mandolin and guitar. Tony, of course, does guitar and vocals. Ron Rice does acoustic bass, and Wyatt Rice on the guitar. In any other family, Wyatt Rice would be the phenomenal guitarist.
I love Wyatt
but he
Rice.
had to be the brother of Tony Rice. So he never got that.
Are any of them still around performing?
Didn't they?
I think
in their early days,
I'm not sure
they formed a band called Rice-A-Roni.
Yeah, with Mara Roney.
Harry.
With the actress Mara Roney.
Hey, Jim, can you make that comment to Harry, please, for me?
Hey, Harry, I don't have it, but the new Robert Plant album, I was listening to it in the car with Kimbo driving from Portland. It's actually really good. It's a folky, rootsy thing. They cover an obscure Moby Grape song called It's a Beautiful Day Today. I think it's on his 4th or 5th album, which is, I thought it was really cool that he covered it.
Oh, hold on a second.
Well, Robert Plant's a big Jerry Miller fan.
I know he was on the More Or album. Yeah.
Elliot, before Mazzy and hijacked the stream, are you done showing your records?
Blink twice.
Blink twice, yeah. I was.
White Rice.
I'm cutting out. I got a new Wi-Fi. I got the 5G AT&T for a lot less. I was hoping when I came down here to the basement, I would get better reception than I was on what I've been using, but I'm not. I'm going to move upstairs and go out and
Elliot, a tip. Usually when you get the 5G, there's a 2.4 or 5 and a 5. 5 is faster if you're in the room. 2.4 is better through walls. So switch to the 2.4 if that's available.
And actually, Elliot, you should
If-
ask them for the 7G.
I'll check on that, but it only came as a 5G.
Oh, because usually there's okay.
You need the 7G.
I'm gonna go get some more G.
Okay, you get some more G.
Let's see.
Gee whiz.
Who sang Gee Whiz? Who was
Yeah,
that?
exactly, Vincent. That's true. 5G is faster if you're in the room, but when I'm downstairs, I switch to my was it 2.4 whatever or 2.5 whatever it's whatever. Because I have Comcast and Xfinity and it's fine. You know, everyone bitches about their cable companies or their whatever, and they're all good and they're all shitty.
I'm very. Anytime you think that it's my internet because I have bad connection, it's the StreamYard software.
That could be.
100%. The StreamYard software is the reason. But
Yeah,
I'm happy with my internet.
So
Well, it goes to 11. It's one more, isn't it?
I have a
Hey,
question.
listen, Jacob. I've seen you live now. Humor's not your friend. Thank
I have
you.
a question, and I want someone. I got something in the mail. I got a free record in the mail
Okay.
from the Rocktober
Gravy train
series.
sound effect now.
From the Rocktober series. A record I've never heard, so I need to listen to it. I have not opened it yet. Can anyone? It was a CD era. Can anyone tell me if this record is any good? It's Lenny Kravitz, Black and White in America. Two record set.
What year? What year is that from?
2011.
That's later, Kravitz.
Yeah, I never heard this one, and this is one of the Rocktober issues. And
I wouldn't open it. I'd just put it on Whatnot.
Well, it's okay. I'll be honest with you. I don't sell any promos until maybe a year later. It's rude to sell promos.
Yeah, he has a time frame, Harry.
No, I'm serious. I mean, if a label sends me something, it's rude to just sell it.
But he's on my wife's list.
I would give it to someone I know, but I feel I should listen to it. But I'll preview it online first. But anyone know about this? If they like it?
No
It's
idea.
decent, a few good tracks.
All
It's
right.
all right.
Concert Buddy
Kurt
has
says
a
sell
review.
it.
Not as good as his earlier
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Lenny.
Okay. Now
My
we
wife.
get back-
She's on my wife's list.
now that Elliot is waiting for the mailman or the Amazon guy.
Is it-
You know,
is
when
it
you
freezing out
get
there?
a certain age, when you get a
No, I
certain
think it's-
age,
I
there's
think
things. you
I think
live
it's
for.
rude to sell
Yeah.
promo copies. Personally.
Yes.
I
Listen,
think Elliot
Matthew
is
has
the
a video
footballer.
coming out later today about the do's and don'ts of. We like to think of Mazzy as the Miss Manners of the VC.
I would trade people stuff records. I've traded like
That's
Coffee
how-
Dave.
That's how my writers get paid, is in the promo shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
But that happens.
hey, Jim,
That's happened
Jim,
a lot.
Can I show the record I picked up for you yesterday?
Oh yeah,
I will
Let
stream
me
it.
go show this record that I
Bloody.
picked up for Jim.
very cool. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, I think
Thank
it's
God
earlier.
he's
It's great,
gone.
Kimbo. Now Elliot. Okay, who does Elliot remind you of now? Remember those Bartles and James ads?
He's a Cracker Barrel guy. Cracker Barrel.
hey, Ellie reminds me of the guy who goes, I think we have a failure to communicate.
No, Rick.
Communicate.
I think it's rude because, as a reviewer, I guess if that's what
That's
you
a
want to call
woman,
me,
I think, that says that,
they're sending me an album to
I think.
review. Now
Could
I
be
don't.
wrong. Sounds
I don't review everything I get free. I don't. I just don't.
No, it's what's that actor who always played Southern guys? Strother Martin.
What
Yeah.
I have
Okay,
here
yeah.
fail to communicate.
That's
So I think it's kind of tacky right away. I mean, after a year, it's been out or something that's different. But you know, that's just my own take, my personal thing. I'm not going to be judgmental. Somebody else
listen,
has to sell.
it's Mazzy's
Judge.
here's the name of the video, Mazzy's Manners. And
No,
he'll
I've
actually teach
given
you how to make a doily and fold
I've
napkins.
given promos away to my friends. If I have a double or if I have something that's not into me, I've given it to Coffee Day, the Archivist, or Coffee Julie or something. I've given away promo records.
Now, question for you, Mazzy. If this whole how you behave with freebies, does that also apply to when you come and visit Mazzy 3 nights max?
Yes.
you're supposed to bring a gift when you come to stay
A
with
bunch
Nancy too.
cake.
Is that a,
Yeah,
is that a
that'll
rule?
work.
All
Should
right,
be.
I was in a record store looking around. I know Jim has a thing for Beck, and I found this yesterday.
Very stoked to find that.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a rare record.
Well, this is the 2009 reissue that has an extra album.
It's still, I think that's still rare.
No, this is rare.
Is
Yeah.
And
that
hey,
Jack White on the right?
No.
I
That's
just want
well
you to know.
done.
I just want you to know. I could have flipped this, but I thought Jim wanted this more than me flipping it.
It's a country folk, freak folk record. It's a good record.
Yeah, it originally
it's-
came out
it's
in,
Being weird.
but
Doesn't
then it
sound
the
like
CD.
Jeff Beck at all.
the
I
second
have the
disc has
CD.
unreleased tracks.
Yeah, I
It
love
was
that.
when Jeff Beck was really young and living in Hollywood.
It's not Jeff Beck.
Oh, I
It's
thought you were talking about that other guy, that other Beck.
Beck. It's Beck, not Jeff Beck. It's Beck.
Yeah,
that's a young
Beck
Beck
Norman Rockwell.
Hansen. Beck Hansen is his name.
Beck, yeah.
That-
Dylan
if you-
used to
if
be-
you
Oh, he
ever
was one of
watched-
the Hanson brothers, right?
No.
Bob Dylan used to babysit him. Seriously.
If you've
One
ever
time-
watched the American epic that Robert Redford and Jack White did, the documentary, like 4-part, they got the old electrical recording device where you have to crank up the weight and release it, and you have to get it all done in a certain amount of time, and it's cutting the dead wax as the weight drops in 3 minutes. And they kept emphasizing, you can't.
I think I saw that on an episode of the Flintstones, Elliot.
You have to keep going. You can't stop, and because these wax platters that you're cutting them onto, they're valuable, and you just keep going, and you can't do it over and over again. And they brought in all these artists, and they all did it really well. They nailed it, the first time, and there were flaws in it and stuff like that. But when Beck came in to do it, it's like he didn't listen to anything they said, and he kept saying, "Oh, we got to start over," and he kept redoing it, and they had to go through all these platters, these lacquers, before they could ever get one that he was satisfied with. So he never would have made it in the 1920s as a recording artist.
Okay, a couple things. I didn't make up freak folk. It's a term that's been around for maybe 20 years, like shoegaze and that thing. Freak folk. Tim Buckley would be freak folk. A lot of modern indie kind of folk records.
How about John Prine's In Spite of Ourselves? What would you call that?
Roots
Elliot.
Americana.
It's a
Huh?
folk record.
Americana.
Hey,
Yeah. Kind of folk
But the lyrics are pretty freaky. deaky.
And second of it, the joke about the best way to make great Beck records, but Jeff, and I love Jeff Beck, but I think I went to see Jeff Beck 10 years ago live. Fucking great musician, great player, boring as hell, like like insipid. Great technically, it's like so technical of these cover songs, and his band was tight, but no new material really. Very few. Going back blow by
I thought
blow.
the same thing when I saw Eric Clapton. I thought it was boring.
Yeah.
actually, Mazzy, there was a big announcement yesterday that Rush decided to get back and tour again.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
The most
You talk about
interesting part
boring.
the most interesting part of the announcement was they picked this not that they picked a female drummer, but this woman is German, and I really don't know who she is, but she had gained notoriety as being an internet person, and she's a technical, but
Yeah.
I've watched videos of her. Very good drummer, but I don't see any comparison. Like, she plays like a standard drum set.
Vinny
Neil Peart-
Colaiuta played with.
Well,
with
obviously,
Jeff Beck for a
if-
while.
But the reason I bring it up, Mazzy, is she played with Jeff Beck for a very long time.
Yeah.
apparently.
if the two members of all that matters, if the two members of Rush
Pick
click
her.
with her as they're playing, then
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
No,
I
I
will say-
understand.
I will say, for me, the best Jeff Beck album in the last 25 years is Loud Hailer, with those women singing, those British women singing. It's punky, it's funky, it's brash, it's political. It's a great fucking record. That's, to me, the best thing that Jeff Beck did in the last 20 years of his life, I think. Loud
Oh,
Halo.
not me. I like the stuff he did with that female bass player and Vinnie Colaiuta. That shit is great.
Is that the Loud Halo record? Is that that?
I just
No,
like
no,
the
no.
stuff he did with Rod Stewart. That's my limit.
That stuff's
Yeah.
killer too.
That stuff's great. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
After that, it was boring to me.
Well, yeah.
Whatever.
I mean,
Speaking of great guitarists that maybe didn't have the best presentation or personality, what about Robin Trower? Whatever happened to Robin Trower? I always
still
liked those
playing,
albums.
isn't
he's still playing. He just retired, I think,
Is he?
just now.
Is he?
Yeah,
That
he's
Bridge of Sighs was a great album.
Yeah, I agree with that. His
actually-
records never lived up to his potential, I think.
Elliot.
Yeah.
Rick Beato, I think, just did an interview with him,
Mhm.
so you can go watch that.
I've never
Here,
watched
this
the
is it for me,
original Rick
Elliot.
Beato videos. Are they? Who is that guy?
Yeah, his
Really,
interviews
Rick
are-
Beato's really good.
His interviews are okay. They're good.
Is he famous as a journalist, or is he a musician
no.
that started doing
He
it?
was a musician, and apparently, I didn't even know he wrote hit songs for people.
He
But-
was a
Okay.
studio musician, a producer.
Yeah, but he I think made his money writing songs. But right now, I think he owns a studio in Atlanta, and he's very knowledgeable about music. I heard a story about him that if you want him on your YouTube stream, you got to pay him. That seems
Sure.
bullshitty to me.
Well, that eliminates us then, doesn't it?
No, I get a great Venmo from Rob Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons.
Listen,
Rob pays me to be on his show.
oh, hold on.
I don't get paid.
Bazzi just
The
sends
best-
me his
Not
OnlyFans
getting paid,
bill, and I pay it.
Well, the best storyteller on YouTube is Otis.
Yeah,
the-
From
Otis
the Andy
Gibbs.
Griffith show.
Otis Gibbs. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
mean,
on his
either-
Patreon for a while.
He either tells a story himself, or he has someone with him who will share some of the, some amazing stories.
His
about
claim to
artists.
fame is his racked focus, short depth of field camera
Well,
setting.
hold on.
And you walk in and out of the frame.
I think Rick Beato gets his fashion sense from Jay Leno.
What is
I talked to Jay Leno on a radio interview show one time. Long time ago, back when I was in college.
Well,
Check
me
out
and
a
Jim
song
were
by
driving.
Otis called "Old Whiskers."
Me and Jim were driving around, and we saw Jay Leno on one of his jalopies driving in front of us.
one of his ancient, gigantic?
I'm guessing Jay Leno's warehouse with all his cars is somewhere around where Jim lives.
It's between
I
my
never
house.
thought,
and the
I never
Burbank
thought Jay Leno was funny. It just wasn't my taste in humor.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, me either.
He just
Seemed
seemed
like a
sort
nice
of,
guy.
yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy. And it's not a personal thing. I just thought it's
Hey,
It was
Chester, quiet.
bland,
Chester
bland
likes
humor.
Jay Leno.
Bland humor.
Yep. What happened? He was number 2 until what's his name came on.
I have that big limited edition Birds book that came out a few years ago, and Otis Gibbs edited it or curated it or however you want to call it. Yeah.
Hold on, Chauncey. I thought you were the easiest person to meet in Hollywood.
If that is your name.
I am not far from the Burbank Airport. That's- Okay, Elliot.
Now, are you concerned? Okay, I'm a little nervous because luckily I'm flying into LAX on Thursday, but there's no traffic controllers working in Burbank now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
That's crazy. All right. I'm
Are
kind
they
of,
This country is so
Landing
fucked.
I don't know. It's like,
You're not bringing in a couple of keys in LAX, are you?
Yeah, really. Flying into Los Angeles.
We
Chester,
will never
hush.
recover from the damage done by this fucking piece of shit.
It'll take generations.
now, I'm just going to say this once because Rob's going to cut me off after this. Democrats don't want to give illegal alien.
Who's at? But Mazzy, who's asking that?
Well, all the Republicans are lying about that.
No, but who in
Well,
the
that's
chat?
typical.
Well, you know what the real thing is. If you anyone who goes to emergency room gets
Hey, no,
emergency
Matthew,
wait,
I have no problem with
emergency
your
room
thoughts
can't
on-
turn you away. That's it. They don't ask you if you're a native.
All right, what's going on with Anderson split pea soup?
I have
Right now, I
no-
want to know. You can only
I
get
have
it at
no
Vons.
Listen, I have no
I
problem.
want Anderson split
I have
pea
no
soup.
problem with anyone's beliefs about anything. If you choose to spew them near me and I don't agree with them, I'll let you know how I feel.
Look,
But Maz, honestly, Mazzy, who's mentioning this?
I've
in
seen the
chat anyway?
documentary Airplane. Who needs those guys? Those air
You
traffic
don't need air
controllers
traffic controllers.
look out of control anyway with all the fucking sniffing glue and shit. Yeah.
I don't know if my access to information through news services is better, but it seems strange that there are a lot more aerial accidents happening these days than usual. Is that just
Hey,
me?
Brent.
It seems like they're bumping into each other on the ground.
There was a medical helicopter in UC Davis that crashed horribly. I just don't. Is it me? Is it just I'm hearing about them more, or they're happening more?
My son flies his own airplane. He's got his own fucking plane.
Is it?
And
Can I
so
pay
all I
him
do
to
is-
drop you off somewhere?
All I do is pay attention to that kind of shit now.
Did you see where the skydiver trainer who was
Yes.
doing a tandem jump with a first time skydiver? He didn't, for some reason, he disconnected. He had no chute and he just fell to his death. And he was the trainer.
This is the
Yeah,
way I.
I'm not jumping out of
the plane.
Actually, to your point, Harry, some dude who scales El Capitan in Yosemite,
Oh yeah, live
he
streamed it.
fell to his death. Here's my feeling.
There's no
wait,
sympathy.
and here's another thing. There's a bunch of people trapped at the top of Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
What the
gonna
fuck
die.
are 200 people doing up there?
Right. Here's my
Jesus.
feeling. If you choose to go to Mount Everest, scale a mountain, or jump out of a plane, or
Yeah.
bungee jump and you die, you signed up for that. You don't need
Yeah.
my sympathy.
Yeah. I have enough trouble negotiating the hellscape that is Sun Valley, California right now.
Now, if Elliot's dog jumps in and starts gnawing his face, he signed up for that.
Okay, I have a fear of heights, so I
No,
want
Elliot,
to-
I'm serious, Elliot. What is happening in your neighborhood that your dog is
The
freaking out
Batista's cat. The Batista's cat is across the road, and it makes Chester upset. This is his neighborhood, and he wants that cat to leave.
about? The Batista's cat. Can you,
Scotty, you are absolutely right. These fuckers they're fuck them, man. That's all there is to it. These burning down a
All right,
judge's
okay,
house because you don't like
everyone, hold
what
on.
they did.
Everyone,
These fuckers would
here's
burn in hell.
I'm gonna get everyone calm down. Most of the people around here all share the same sentiment. Let's just make this a safe space where we all can agree that Elliot's internet sucks. Okay, something like that.
Okay, we could do that. Elliot, you're being taken advantage of.
But breaking news from the provinces, Rob, we just got a Tractor Supply in town.
Yeah,
No
but
kidding.
that's hillbilly southern shit. What about
No,
a Raising
it's
Cane's
Tractor-
or
I think Tractor Supply is all over the country. I don't know.
Oh yeah, they are. They're up here
yeah,
too.
we have them here
But
in LA,
what's-
but they are pretty country.
Yeah, I thought it was a national company. But what's great about it is they have a dog wash, and it's like a half a mile from my house. So me and Chester can go, and he can get a good bath. He has allergies, so he can get a good medicated bath, medicated shampoo bath, and I don't have to, totally destroy my bathroom trying to give it to him here.
Wait,
So-
say this again. So Tractor Supply Company has an area where you can hose off your dog.
Oh, a great place. You go into a little room. They got two.
So you
two
rent it. You
stations
pay
set
the
up.
fee to do this yourself, or there's someone there doing it.
It's
No,
a self
you wash
dog
your own
wash.
dog. It's
Huh?
a dog wash. It's
Is
a dog
that a
wash. So you don't
euphemism
have
It's a car wash.
Yeah, so
I
you don't
just
have to
take
be
mine
bent
through the
over
car
and-
wash and I'll leave the window down.
Wait. How does that work? How did they go? You know what our customers need? They need their dogs washed off.
Yeah, it's a thing, man. I mean, Tractor Supply isn't just tractor supplies; it's all kinds of things. it's a
Now-
lot of pet supplies and a lot of feeds and like just all kinds of hardware type stuff. So
Now-
a dog wash is a pretty natural thing for a tractor supply to have.
Now, Elliot, I have a question. Let's say I'm out and about with Jim, and I need
Yeah.
to get him hosed off. Can I bring him in there?
Yes, he just has to get up in the little in a little table there, and you can put a little collar on, a
Hey.
little leash on him, so he doesn't
I
jump
would love-
down.
I would love.
I'm usually wearing a shock collar. He puts a shock collar on me anyway.
I have a Elliot. You have. I'm
Yeah.
out guessing you have a Starbucks in your town, right?
Every
No,
shot collar
we're too small for
comes with a
Starbucks.
safe word, Jim.
Well, I would
Did
think you would
We
take
don't have a
Chester out for a
Starbucks.
pup cup and then get hosed off. I
I'm
would
sorry,
love-
I lost you there for a second.
Never mind. But
I
would
got my
Go ahead.
60-year-old Harman Kardon Citation 5 amplifier redone. I blew up a $150 tube, a 6L6. It went solid blue. So I'm like, holy shit. And I didn't know how long it had been on. I unplugged the unit. And then a few months later, I took it to my tech and it had blown a resistor and all kinds of crap. But he fixed it. And the motherfucker
I
sounds
take
good.
mine to Tractor Supply when I need
How much
work
does
done.
he charge? How much does he charge to fix that?
I mean, it depends with this guy. He's a character. He's a character. You have to get there early in the day. Otherwise, if you get there after noon, he's drunk. So you got to get to him 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I was there. I was there. I watched him do all the soldering and stuff. Did you know that there's a lot of energy or electricity stored in the capacitors? I saw him
If
get
you're not-
shocked like 3 times. Boom! Oh shit! Boom! Oh
I
shit!
know if you're not careful, you open one of those up. If you're not careful around those,
This guy's
amp
85.
things, you can get yourself shocked pretty good.
This guy's 85. And he's been doing it all his life, and he's a real character.
Has he trained anybody to take over when he's gone?
No. He's out of, he's done. He recently, for some reason, he's also involved in observatory, the shit telescopes. And he recently sold a telescope for like a couple $100,000. He had to go back east and set it up for the guy.
Man.
So he's, his living room has a complete wall of horns, and then on either side, it's gigantic subwoofers shooting up at the ceiling. And he sits there and gets drunk and watches movies. But he fixed my shit pretty good. I'm very happy. That Canadian, if I could only remember my name, sounded beautiful with that amp. And it's not even burned in yet. It's got 2 new.
If
Well,
you could
I
only
hate he's
remember your name,
I hate he's not
Remember
passing
my
on his
name.
skills to somebody.
Yeah.
The guy that fixed my duel, Harry knows who I'm talking about. The guy out in the Midwest that
fix my dual, Bill.
Yeah, Bill. I don't know do you know how old Bill is, Harry?
He's probably 70.
Is he
In
that
his
young?
late 60s, maybe.
Well, I saw an interview with him a few years ago,
Yes.
and he said that he didn't have like a son or a grandson or granddaughter or anybody that was learning the business or anything. He didn't have anybody that said they wanted to take over. He said he would just continue fixing your duels until he couldn't do it anymore or just didn't feel like doing it anymore. And once that was over, his whole operation would just come to a unceremonial end. And I hate that. I wish there was some young person out there. And when I say young person, I mean somebody under 50. Some young person out there that would, be tutored under him or one of his employees, maybe, which he may be the only employee himself. I don't know. But it's scary what's going to happen when these folks
Well,
Same thing with
Elliot, you've kind of inspired me. If there's a young go-getter out there who would like to learn how to yell at people on the internet, reach out to me.
that's
I'm
it,
gonna
Rob.
pass-
That's it.
I'm going to pass down what I've learned and my techniques of really yelling.
Rob, I think we've already got that person. I think his name is Fluffy.
God, I
You
miss
know what,
Fluffy.
dude? What happened to Fluffy's videos, Fluffy?
Fluffy.
Hey,
I'm
Rob,
gonna make a video.
I've got some records I can show that I just picked up if there's any interest in that.
Man, here, Elliot, do me a favor. Have a little more conviction.
Yeah.
Rob, I would
Sell
like
it,
to show
baby.
records.
I'm trying to be humble, Rob. I'm trying to be humble.
No humble for you.
Okay, damn it. I'm going to show some records now. Everybody pay attention. And if anybody in the comments says anything derogatory about me, fuck you. Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
There you go.
How's that? How was that, Rob?
Try this.
Well, I've never.
Awesome. Now, I want you to take what you just learned, Elliot, and
Yeah.
apply it to the Badista's cat.
No, I have sympathy for the cat. I think Chester feels like he's run them off now, so we're okay.
Tell me the truth. Do you really live in Mayberry?
It's growing up, it was as close to Mayberry as you're ever going to get. I'll get that
All right,
later.
all right, Mazzy.
It's as close as you're ever going to get.
Not
But
me.
today,
Not
it's
me.
not so much.
It's not me.
We went from when I grew up here, we had about 1,000 people in this town, and now we've got about 3,000 or 4,000.
Oh my God! Well, how do you
That's like
drive?
my high
Is
school.
traffic really
I
bad?
think- I
Well,
think
traffic
what,
is really bad on our main thoroughfares because I'm on the banks of the Cape Fear River, the town is, and there's only a couple of bridges that you can cross the Cape Fear. And we've got, the metropolitan area, Research Triangle area, about 30 miles to our north.
Is there a guy
So,
living
Hey,
there
Pierre?
that has love and hate tattooed on his finger? And his
Yeah,
face?
that's where that shit
Yeah,
went
when
down, man. I saw
When you
that.
see him, you better watch out.
Yeah.
But I don't know why people won't call
Hey,
me all the time.
I'm
I
not
do
saying
like
that Elliot's dropped many a body in the Cape Fear River, but
Well, when my mother moved here back in the 1950s, early 1950s, from further east in here in North Carolina, when she told people she had taken a teaching job in Harnett County, that what people told her was they'd always been told if you ever wanted to kill anybody, do it in Harnett County, because if
Good advice.
if you had if you could answer two questions correctly, you could get away with it.
Go on.
Number one, did the person deserve killing?
Okay, there's
Now, I'm
that.
no way advocating this, but this is what's just, did the person deserve killing? And if they did, okay, then can you answer the second question? Did the right person kill him?
Oh,
In other words, the person that had been done bad by that person.
Mhm.
And if you could answer those two
That's
questions,
the night that the lights went out in Georgia.
you could probably get away with it.
all right. So based on that, so if I just jump over to Robert Morris, was it the guy who just pleaded guilty to having sex with the 12-year-old? I've seen some of those 12 years olds, not really, but 13, 14-year-olds. And I've made the mental calculation about.
all right, calm down,
versus-
calm down.
So could you use the she needed
this-
fucking defense?
Jim,
This is
Jim.
only about killing. This is
And
only
you
about
think
killing.
talking about the
Yeah, you know
president-
what? Can we go
Yeah,
back to
Trump's
Mazzy's
spiritual
politics,
advisor.
please?
Sorry. Go
All right,
on.
yeah.
I mean, everyone's made that calculation, right,
No,
Elliot?
Jim, please stop. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. I picked up, the guy had some records for sale on the Hoffman forums. He called them jazz and blues, vintage jazz and blues. And he had 8 records and he was trying to sell them. And I made an offer. I offered him. I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you $100 for if you'll just sell them all to me. Shipped 100. And he said, I'll tell you what, give me 105 to cover his shipping, $5 to cover his shipping. He said, and they're yours. And he was asking maybe $16, $18, $12 for each of these records. So I ended up getting 8 of them for that, which makes it about $12 or $13 a piece. But I thought this was a kind of a blind buy, you know. But I thought they were interesting, so I would check them out. I didn't do like a lot of people and go on Spotify and listen to any of it. No, it's a blind buy. Okay, some records I knew, but others I didn't. Lynn Hope, Morocco. Anybody familiar with him?
I've
No.
seen
Well-
a couple of his records before, but I think he's
He's a
kind of like
sax player.
no, but I think the style of music sort of like, is it like not party music, but like good time saxophone music?
Yeah, he was a jazz
It's like
musician.
Snake
But you know
Charmer.
what? You know what happened with jazz? You know, you couldn't make a living doing it, so he ventured more into the R&B aspects of it in the 50s, and you know, never got much acclaim, but had a couple of hits. But he is a converted to Islam early on, and his entire band were made up of Islamic members,
Like
and
BC?
he ended up in Philadelphia, I believe, and so interesting little background on him. Now this is an artist I was familiar with, so this is one I was really interested in getting. Peg Leg Howe, Volume 1, 1926-27, the complete recordings in chronological order. Peg Leg Howe, a blues man.
How do you get
And
his
this is
name?
he only had one leg. He had a peg on the other leg. This is on Matchbox Blues Master
His
Series.
pirate music.
Well, I think he had both his eyes, so maybe not pirate music.
Well, wait, so he had a peg leg and no eyes?
No, he had both his eyes. You know,
Did he have a
pirates,
hook? Because that would
All right,
explain the
and this
missing
is-
eye.
This is one on Yazoo. This is Buddy Boy Hawkins and his buddies, 1927 and 1934. And so what it actually is it's Buddy Boy Hawkins on side one, and then various other artists that were his friends on side two. Willie Day, Texas Alexander, Willie Reed, Little Hat Jones. I'm not familiar with any of those, but it's on Yazoo, so you know it's got to be pretty good. And here's one from 1938 to 1947, Jazz Gillum. And this is on Traveling Man out of England.
Rob calls him.
Washboard Sam plays with him on some of these.
I'd like to
So,
play a sound
it's
bite from that album.
Well, this is a little later. This is 38 to 47, so it wouldn't be
let me
that.
change it.
This one, but it's not jazz. It's blues actually. Even though his first name is big name is jazz. Guitar Slim, Red Cadillacs, and Crazy Chicks.
That's
Slim.
Red Cadillacs.
Slim.
I'll say that one again. Red Cadillacs and Crazy Chicks.
In that order.
You know that's got to be.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know that's got to be good. Well, if you got a red Cadillac, you can probably get a crazy chick, don't you reckon?
They're called pussy magnets.
You know, I want to defend Elliot here for a second. Seriously, we might make a little light of certain things, but these records like Yazoo and Arhoolie and Flying Fish and all these kind of rootsy country, bluegrass, newgrass records. There's so much great music there.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Give Elliot a second. This album right here, Elliot, is doing nothing to diminish the stereotypes of people.
No,
But it's not. It's a
around
stereotype of some great.
Dixieland jug blowers.
It's a great American music.
Clifford Hayes and the Dixieland Jug Blowers on
Very nice.
Yazoo Records. And
what is Yazoo Records?
it's they reissue old jazz and blues and country and stuff like that. But
Can I ask
Clifford
you a
Hayes
serious
was
question, Elliot? Do you have
Of
this
course.
record?
What is
Woody
that?
Guthrie sings Folk Songs, Volume 2, Folkways.
I have several.
I have
I'm
that.
not, I
That's
don't
great.
think I have that specific album, but I do have several folkways of Woody's.
Well, dig through your stuff, because if you don't,
Cisco Houston was a friend of mine.
Why not just send it to Elliot? He'll love it.
if he doesn't have it, I'll send it to him.
What's the name? Tell me the title of it.
Woody Guthrie Sings Folk Songs, Volume 2, with Cisco Houston and Sonny Terry. It's Folkways
Okay.
FA2.
That's volume 2. I'll check. I've got
Volume 2.
either volume 1 or volume 2 of that. I'll check. If I don't have volume 2, I'll let you know.
Cool.
Here's a great one. Wynoni Harris
I like Wynoni Harris.
and Mr. Blues. Now here's a trivial, a little piece of trivia. When Ray Benson of Asleep at the Wheel was playing, what's the club outside LA that was big back in the 60s and 70s?
The Palomino.
Playing the Palomino. There was a lady and her daughter that used to hang out there at the Palomino and listen to them play. And the daughter was a really good singer, and every once in a while she would sing a song with Asleep at the Wheel. And they got into a conversation one time about Wynoni Harris. And the mother said, you could take Wynoni, that name, and you could just play around with it a little bit and turn it around a little bit, and you'd have a good girl's name. Well, guess who that mother and daughter were?
Winona Judd.
What we later knew as the Judge. Why not? So Wynona's name, Wynona Judd. Winona's real name is Christina, but she took the stage name.
But everyone knew her as Nancy.
Hold that cover back up, Elliot.
Okay, it's called Rock Mr. Blues.
Yeah,
those are like suggestive songs, right?
Hold on, Rob is talking. Let me get out my 2 cents. That cover makes it look like it's a partnership between Wynoni and a guy named Harris. That's
It does
what the cover looks like. It looks like it's 2 guys.
Yeah, but it's one guy.
And what are you supposed to do? Rock or rock Mr. Blues? I don't get it.
You have to put the record on.
Very confusing.
You have to play the record to know. Oh, but first somebody asked, was this suggestive lyrics? Well, there's one called
I have a 10-inch penis. It's not suggestive. It's called I have a 10-inch penis.
There's another one called what I saw another one. I like my baby's pudding. So I don't think she was in the kitchen when he said that. So there's a couple of suggestive songs on here, yes. And these are from the 90s.
Can you do a video on suggestive lyrics pre-1955?
Well, that's when they were the most suggestive.
I got a couple of Wynoni Harris.
Yeah,
that would be a ton of them.
The Matthew Sweet song is kind of all the rock guys around that period in the 90s had crushes on Winona or dated Winona. Yeah. She was really into that.
Now, this is what really attracted my attention to his sale was this Professor Longhair. It's live on the Queen Mary, recorded in March 1975.
Wasn't McCartney on that? McCartney's on
the Queen Mary at Long Beach, California.
I just played that record last week. It's a good
McCartney
record.
is on that. That's during the McCartney. He was at that
right.
party at that event.
Actually, Jim broke into Professor Longhair's coffin and stole that hat he's wearing.
No, I went into the wrong Queen. There used to be a tranny bar called the Queen Mary on Ventura Boulevard. I went there instead. I got confused.
You went there by accident.
So you were invited. Yeah. You weren't invited to the party.
Hold on. Most of Jim's stories are walking into a place by accident.
Michelle, I think the Queen Mary, Miles Davis had a 60th birthday party on the Queen Mary. And I got to find it because she went with Tony Williams and everyone got a cassette,
me big, Rob.
A Miles Davis cassette. And I got to find that birthday cassette.
Nice.
Naomi. And that they were certainly a breath of fresh air to the country music top 40
I saw
radio.
Winona.
They,
I saw her in concert. I never saw the Judds.
They,
So,
they were
can I
part of
show
that
my Winona Harris record?
neo-traditional movement with Dwight Yoakam and those guys.
So this is pretty much all dirty lyrics. The songs are Cock-a-doodle-doo, Time, Hard Riding Mama, You Got to Get Yourself a Job, Girl, My Baby's Barrel House, Luscious Woman, Bad News Baby, There'll Be No Rockin' Tonight. It's
Luscious Woman.
Isn't there a song on Jim?
And
Isn't
this
there
one
a
too.
song on that record called "You Gave Me the Clap"?
I'm a big fan of Winona Harris. These are on Route 66 Records, and big fan of Winona Harris. Hysterical. It was a genre. It was a real genre of.
Don't ruin my joke, Mazzy. The song on that album Jim just showed is "You Gave Me the Clap." Nah, 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 nah.
I'm a big brown pussy.
Sorry, you're thinking of a song by Frank Zappa called "Why Does It Hurt When I Pee?" And the lyrics are something like, "My
this
balls
Clifford
feel like a
Hayes.
pair of maracas.
I got a funky little Jewish.
I probably got the
princess."
Gano Kakakakas." Anyway, go on.
This Clifford Hayes and his Dixieland Judd blowers. Clifford Hayes was supposed to be the worst band leader in the history of mankind as far as cheating his employees.
What wasn't Lionel Hampton like that? Lionel Hampton was a bastard.
Could have been. He would,
Are you saying that Clifford James treated all the people who blew jugs horribly?
Yeah, but Lionel Hampton had good vibes.
Yeah.
That's a bad one.
Ricks,
I got it from the Harry joke book in my bathroom.
Ricks, what about the song "Harder Than Your Husband"?
Whoa.
You were listening.
Or a hard man is good to find.
What's that?
A hard man is good to find.
No, harder than your husband. I'll be harder than your husband to get along
All right,
with.
now why don't you draw a diagram for us, Jim?
I can't draw.
Yeah, that's what Trump said.
God. Now, Harry.
But
I'm sorry.
But I thought for $105, this was a nice little collection of potpourri of early blues and jazz and.
Was that on Discog?
Dixieland.
100.
Where'd you get those, Elliot?
I got it. I bought them from a guy in Washington State, I believe. From the Hoffman Forums classifieds.
Probably Harry.
I buy a lot of records on there. I believe it was from Washington State, Harry, your neck of the woods.
You know, Hoffman Forums is good because you have to have at least so many posts. You can't just go in there and start selling. And so it's kind of moderated kind of nicely, and it's not an auction thing.
Hoffman Forum is like where old men can yell about shit.
Oh, yeah.
That no one cares about.
But as much as I'd like to criticize the Hoffman Forums, if you kind of carefully search around, you get some good information. You get a lot of
you can also respond and say, I have that record.
Yeah. Or mine shipped.
Hey, now again, I will say this, and the problem with forums are exactly this. Mazzy goes in there, hey, does anyone know where I can get a Beaver Harrison the Jug Band record? And then the next response is, I was just thinking that. And the response after that is, yeah. And the response after that is, uh-huh. There's
no response. He said Beaver.
Mazzy where to get a Jug Band record.
Then you get the people like a box set comes out, like let's say Dylan box set or Beatles, and people are talking about like a $5 to $10 savings on a $2 thing, and they're deleting their pre-purchase and buying it somewhere else back and forth for 2 months.
I have to do some
save
cleanup.
$5.
I have to do some cleanup. Sorry, Harry. Zeb actually talked about it earlier. And if you're upset about what's happening here, you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, we did talk about Rush and the new drummer.
Yes.
And we talked about that.
But Rush is too perfect.
This isn't your Hoffman Forums to complain.
You know,
I think the thing about the Hoffman forums is there's the Hoffman forums and the vinyl community on YouTube have a whole lot more in common with one another than we want to admit. There's a
Absolutely.
lot of similarities.
Yes.
But I got to go, guys. Thank you for letting me share those records. And it was good seeing everybody.
I love your
And,
taste in music. You know that, Elliot.
I appreciate that,
take
man.
Chester
Y'all
Take
take
care,
care.
Elliot.
Go get Chester
All
a
right.
wash.
Yeah, go.
I
fix
will.
that. Go feed
Go
that
get
dog a
yourself,
cat.
and while you're at it, go get yourself a wash.
Ooh. Speaking about that, well, never mind. Ask Kimbo about
Hey,
that.
I want to say something. Jacob was here earlier. So Jacob did a live in-store show at the local record store near me, and it was excellent. In fact, he lost his bass player.
In the
he wasn't
jazz
available.
section?
No, he
Ice?
wasn't available. Let me
Ice?
finish. He wasn't available, so he brought in another guy at the last minute, and that guy stepped in, and that excellent. They were really good.
He's great. Had you seen him live before?
No.
So I'm dead.
Is that your dog wash?
Yeah, he's
Hey,
great.
Jacob, I'm not busting your chops, but I do have one thing. I believe the shirt you were wearing when you played is the same shirt you were wearing on the cover of your album. And I'm no one. And I'm no one to talk. I wear that black.
He's spiffy. He is the first
I
person.
wear that black track jacket
Okay,
all the time.
I'm going to embarrass him a little bit. I'm going to
Uh-oh.
embarrass you a little bit, Jacob. I think Jacob was literally the first person that was a guest here that asked me if I had an iron, and I don't. I should have. Know what I should have said, Jacob? I should have bought that iron from you to keep it here for guests.
No.
You went out and bought an iron.
I believe when I stayed there, I asked for an iron because
No.
anyone who knows, it's when you're murdered someone, use an appliance in their house.
No, but I should have an iron. Like I have a hair dryer there, and I certainly don't need a hair dryer.
I put my clothing
you have
under
a
the
steamer,
mattress,
though, don't
and
you?
it gets pressed while I sleep.
Say that again. Two people were talking. I don't understand. What, Rob? What, Perry?
I put my clothes under the mattress when I'm sleeping, and that presses them.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
No,
good.
I should have a guest iron here. People or
That's
a
not
You
steamer.
should have a
only thing you
steamer
put
as
under
well.
the
A
Yes,
steamer.
you get a
Yeah. Well, we used to have a steamer from the photo studio downstairs. The professional steamer stylists use.
Who is your stylist? Do you have a stylist?
I do not, but I used to know a lot of stylists. We know Delphina's a stylist, right?
Yeah, she does
Wardrobe and props.
wardrobe.
Yeah, maybe
My
she's
friend
props.
Laura does makeup. And
No, it's so funny that 3-night rule I've thought of before. But Jacob stayed here 5 nights, but someone brought it up on stream here, and so I realized that's what I have to. Rob stayed here 3 nights, right? Did you stay here 3 nights?
The one-ply toilet
to leave
paper,
much earlier.
Mazzy, one-ply toilet paper is unacceptable.
I always buy 2-ply.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, occasionally people leave their toilet paper here, so there might be an occasional single
don't
ply.
buy that shitty Kirkland
No,
toilet paper. You got to get the
Gotta
good
be the
stuff.
I get
Charmin with
the
a little.
Charmaine. I get the one with the
Tear off.
beaver
The
bear.
heavy duty Charmin.
And Mazzy's the type of guy who goes into a store and squeezes the toilet paper.
Yeah.
Please don't squeeze the Charmin.
I have a barn full of Charmin.
Jacob was a very polite and courteous guest in the house.
Question, Jacob, how many copies of the album were sold that night? Do you know?
I was an even more polite guest because I stayed at a fucking hotel and didn't burden you.
Well, that's because I had Rob and Michael here.
No, I wanted to be at the hotel where the convention was, so I could be near the action.
Yeah.
We-
And
did you participate in the action?
I think, yeah, I was. There was some. There was. I only get $5. Okay, for.
I'll tell you that that hotel that the audio show was at was the first time I ever saw a parking lot patrolled by a robot security guard.
Right, you photographed it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That robot going along. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
I put the march from Star Wars.
But now
up.
there's probably
We're like-
National Guard posted in that parking lot now.
What's with all the water up there?
What
Seems
about
like
it?
there's a
It's
lot
called-
of water.
It's called rain. What do you mean?
It's called the Puget Sound.
That's
What does
why
it
it's so
sound-
green up here. But look at this weather. Look how green it is.
See, that's the other thing. It's like, where's the death? We have brown. We have death.
Well, we get
We have
believe me,
life. It's green. I
Winter-
don't understand.
fall and winter's coming. It's going to get dark. In a month, it's going to be dark at 4:15, 4:30. People get depressed. More
You know, it's good.
more grunge bands will lose their lives. It's going to be.
Murder.
It's going
I'm
to
still
be.
waiting for anyone to do the record.
It's going to be at 4:00. It's going to be 71 today. Not bad in October, But all next week, it's going to rain. It looks like, but it doesn't rain all.
90 today.
We've headed into fall, people.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you could see, there's a front coming in.
Yeah. I was a junior weatherman with Dr. Fishbeck.
Rob, you don't have good enough cleavage to do the weather. Okay, let's just admit it.
It's close, but not quite. It doesn't have the waist.
I only get my weather reports from the local.
Actually,
Hispanic
Jacob,
stations.
I appreciate that, Jacob. The thing is, I like to be a host to people and to, occasionally hang out with them. But obviously, on a multi-day thing, I'm not going to, and I can't. But I want to. So that's the thing. That's my problem, not the guest's problem. I like when a guest will say, "Okay, I'm hanging out today. I'm going out and do their thing, and I can do my stuff." So that's just the nature of it. Again, I've had people. Close friends, obviously, I had people like my friend Coleman used to come up every year for 10 days. But I've known Coleman since 1973, and we'd go out to dinner, we'd go out to drinks, we'd record stores, we'd jam, So
When I was a kid, my mom picked up hitchhikers and they stayed with us for 3 months.
yeah, I would never do that. Well, no.
I'm not
When
kidding.
I was a kid, we drove from New York to Florida because we were moving. I was young, probably 1959. Okay.
Wow.
My mother said that my mouth never stopped on the entire drive, and she said the only way she could shut me up was to pick up a hitchhiker, and then I wouldn't say a word.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, the longest guest.
Hikers were there.
Back then, in the early '60s, a lot of people
People
hitchhiked.
hitchhike. Yeah.
The longest
Everyone
guest, my friend, the archivist, was she had worked a year and a half at the Dillon Archive on a project, and it ended. Her stuff was stored in Austin until she was looking for a job in music and archival things, and she would move to whatever city. And so she came to stay with me for about a month, and literally it was in 2020, and then literally right at the end of that month, the pandemic hit, and she ended up living here for 3+ years.
Oh, wow. That's right.
Yeah. But it was great. I mean, you've met Amanda, some of you guys. Great. By the way, Amanda and Todd, if you know Todd, they just got engaged last week.
Oh, good.
So yeah, they live in Auburn. They're not far from Erie. So they got engaged. Auburn,
It's at the bottom of the state.
No, it's right near
no.
Puyallup. It's
Between
near
Seattle and
It's
Tacoma.
40 minutes from. It's 30 to 45 minutes from me.
I'm thinking of what's that town in South Oregon?
Astoria.
No, I think there's an Auburn down there.
I want to answer Leland. Does the Sex Pistols Hi-Fi warrant a 6 for sound? Absolutely not. But I will say, and I said in my video, the original UK.
Hello, Dr. Robert.
The original UK is so much better. But this is the best American version I've heard. So I think that's a little bullshit. And I totally disagree with Malachi's review of the David Bowie box's 2-part review. That's the way it sounds.
Who's Malachi?
Malachi's a young guy that also writes for Tracking Angle. I disagree, and I have listened to it quite a bit. But that's what makes the world go round. And it's funny, I made a comment on that.
I thought love made the world go
I
round.
made a comment on the Facebook thing. Instead of Malachi responding and defending it, Michael Fremer came out and defended it on behalf of Malachi. Oh, we listened to it. So I disagree with that. Now, Tony Visconti's production on those records is very compressed and very pushed, but that's what Bowie and Tony Visconti want. It's not a very dynamic sounding thing, but they sound better than I don't have all the originals they have. In fact, some of them didn't come out originally. They came out music on vinyl or Friday Music. So yeah, I met Malachi a few years ago. Yeah, I'm not saying he's a good writer or anything, but I feel
It's my favorite Hawaiian island.
No, if anyone my age knows Malachi, it's the Malachi from Children of the Corn. Malachi.
Yeah, I thought that was like a demon's name. Malachi.
Robert looks like one of the henchmen in those foreign intrigue movies right now.
He looks like he's going up to Mount Everest to
and you're
save
here for the last
farmers.
5 minutes.
No,
I know, I'm
he
sorry.
looks like he's dealing drugs for wherever he is.
Yeah, no. I got no. These are prescription, and I got my other ones not with me. So it's these or nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hey, but not Leland. Oh,
So
yeah,
you're
Leland.
in Europe without your regular prescription glasses?
well, they're back at our place. I'm just out and around.
Oh, okay,
hanging, so.
okay.
I just hit a record store actually.
How's Susan doing?
Susan's doing, kind of as well as she can be, and we think pretty well. And we'll know more in the next couple of weeks. She's, she's off chemotherapy. She's been doing the vaccines. They're going to do the second stage of the vaccine stuff, which is a T-cell infusion. I mean, this stuff, it was already not on the plate in the States, but now with the current situation, it's
Yeah.
going to be at least a decade, I think. But we're optimistic. Her physician here is optimistic. She's physically stronger, and her tracheostomy is healing. If we've talked about that, it's almost healed.
Good.
We wish her
So
the best, the very best.
I know. Thanks, you guys. I know. I'm sorry to come in just 10 minutes. I just thought 10 minutes is better than nothing. And,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely. Yeah.
it's been hectic. I haven't made it the last couple of weeks, so I'm sure you've noticed, and I know you've been very saddened. I know particularly Rob has been very sad not to have me. So.
No, it's not the point of, we like you here as much as you can be here. It's when you say that, like, you should have been here or sorry you couldn't make it. Sometimes you're not invited to something, Here you're always invited.
Yeah, okay.
You know what
you.
happens?
Like when you said, I'm sorry I couldn't make the John Lennon thing in LA. Like Rob's not even invited.
Yeah, I know.
And Harry's not
I
invited.
mean, no, I wasn't inviting myself to you guys' thing. I thought maybe I could have seen it somewhere else on my own, but.
Well, you can
But,
buy the record. You can buy the record. It comes out
Well,
Friday.
I saw the movie. over here as a.
Well, you haven't seen the one-to-one concert. That hasn't been released. So.
No, not the concert, but I've seen the
I'm
movie,
actually sorry that we're having this discussion.
the movie about one-on-one.
I was disappointed in the movie. I thought it didn't have enough
Which
live
movie?
footage.
Which fucking movie?
The one-to-one concert.
Oh.
There.
Oh, it's not available. Okay.
The one they just came
Yeah, the
out.
movie. I liked it. I liked the movie, Harry.
I
But
mean, it was okay, but I was hoping for
yeah.
more live footage.
Yeah, it was more about the, goings on at the time and all
It'll
that.
come out next year on Blu-ray. It'll come out on Blu-ray.
I can't
will.
remember if I pre-ordered the 4 LP box set or not. And I don't want to order it again if I did.
That's the only one that's only available through the Lennon site or Universal.
I think I did.
Yeah. But that's only the
so-
concert. That's only the concert, not the remix stuff. But you don't like Yoko anyway, so.
I like Yoko.
Yeah.
What I'm
So-
looking forward to is the Nebraska, the Electric
me
Nebraska
too.
box set.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
How about
I
the
have-
movie?
I have something that's coming from
That too.
Brooklyn. I got something coming from Brooklyn out for delivery today, and I have no idea what it is because I didn't order anything from Brooklyn, as far as I know. But
Probably Mac Davis. comes
probably
in.
from Brooklyn.
It does come from Brooklyn a lot.
Dr. Robert, did you see when I showed this earlier?
No, I haven't seen anything today.
It's autographed by
so,
Judy Collins.
You got Judy
Oh,
Cash's
very nice.
autograph.
No, it's Johnny
Yeah,
Cash.
very nice.
Johnny
Johnny
Cash.
Cash. Yeah.
That
Cool
was a
stuff.
gift. It was a gift to me from Angelo Kelly.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Well, I'll show two things because this was really kind of an interesting store.
You have a minute, Dr. Roberts.
I don't need more than that. But I think Harry will like some of this stuff. So this place, that's on Malta. That's where we're at right now, Malta, which is an ancient island. There have been people on Malta for
Oh, that's cool.
8,000 years. Yeah, these guys claim to be the oldest record store in existence, founded in 1885. The guy who runs it now is the great grandson of the guy who originally founded it, right? So just that is cool. And I didn't find a ton of stuff. I didn't have a ton of time. They're more they're kind of everything. They got discs and
30
t-shirts. And
seconds.
Nice.
there we go. This is a record I'd never seen. And this is not a bootleg, Harry.
And but it's
here's
not live either.
Well, it may well not be, but this is here's something here that's really cool. So it was actually sold out of that store and then sold
Cool.
back to them as a used record, and it's one I didn't have and had never seen, and so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that. So that's the biggest find of the day.
Yeah, it's a cool cover, but like I said, it's not a live album.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised.
Then why?
Am I
What's on
am I
it?
under time? Am I under time?
I think it's just studio stuff.
May well be, but I have no idea if it was even recorded in Italy. I'll look
But
it up.
it did come
No.
out with the Chicken of the Sea hype sticker on it, right, Harry?
That's
Yeah.
the rare one.
Yeah, that's missing again. Yet again, it's missing. But it is an Italian press, so we'll
Yeah.
see.
All
It's
right.
got.
So you're in Germany now?
We have
Malta.
been. We came over to Malta for a few days. We've been looking at this. So so Malta offers a permanent visa for a fairly reasonable rate, and it's an English-speaking country on an island in the Mediterranean. And so if you get, it's a gateway to Europe that actually speaks English, and it's very welcoming of American expatriates. I can tell you, there's construction everywhere. So
It's where they filmed the Popeye movie, Harry.
I know the Popeye movie. I don't know why
really?
they chose here, but
I
somebody
understand.
there.
If you want, you could go there to Malt.
I may have said
Yeah.
this before, but wouldn't it be ironic if Popeye's chicken was made in olive oil?
I used to have a Maltese dog.
Ooh.
I used to have a Maltese dog. They
I
were
like
bred-
There you
Maltesers. I like
go.
Maltesers. You know Maltesers?
Well, and there's the Maltese Falcon too, and I haven't seen any evidence of that here. But
Okay.
yeah, a lot of history. This place
Rob's
was.
impatient. He wants to leave now.
I know. It's yeah. You're over time.
Well,
so
I
thanks
think
for
Rob's got to
accommodating
go
me.
pee-pee.
Oh, Rob just went. Oh, he's going now. Look at the smile on his face.
I can't wait to see you on Thursday, Rob. Are you picking me up at the airport?
Well, we have to coordinate, Mazzy.
If not, tell
That
me
could
the
be a-
best way.
that
I'll
could be a
just take a
90-minute
car. I'll just take a
drive.
car to Hollywood if not, but that's
No.
fine.
I mean, I could get
Well,
you.
I don't know if that's out of your way.
What time you get in, Maz?
Around 9:30 in the morning, and I'm not checking a bag.
Oh,
I mean, I can wait.
So Rob is an excellent host and an excellent chauffeur, and he knows all the best IHOPs in Los Angeles. So you're in good hands.
I've never been to an IHOP in Los Angeles.
Except the time you took me and
Eileen,
my
I
brother.
know a woman named Eileen that works there.
Yeah, she has
She
one.
only has
leg.
one leg.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry that you had to endure this extra time, people. But thank you for coming by, and then we'll chat on Thursday. We won't
Happy
have
trails.
I'm excited to see you, Rob and
Yeah,
Jim.
well, you should be.
Very
All
Wait a
right,
minute, how
everyone.
are we doing a live stream if Mazzy's coming in at 9:30?
Well, they're gonna do one. I don't.
I'll
Oh.
tell you this. Today I'm going to the studio to hang out with Joey, watch him record his new album. So that should be fun. All right. Everyone take care.
Ciao, Bellas.
Bye.
Bye.